Good evening and welcome to another episode of Dissect. I go by the name of Novelist.
And I go by the name of Jewel.
And of course, we have another exciting episode for you this evening, this Saturday evening. Hope everybody had a wonderful week. My week was quiet, Jay. How was your week?
You know what? I was dealing with the bipolar weather in Toronto. So it was not restful for me, you know. Sometimes when the weather changes, my mood changes too.
Yeah,
Changes with the weather.
I feel you.
We had snow, we had spring, we had winter, we had all kinds of
In one
weather
week.
in one
And
week. Yeah.
today was very windy, like tornado. Like I think they should change the name of the country to bipolar.
Bipolar.
Yeah, I thought we're gonna be in spring. I'm like, yo, summer's gonna be crazy hot, and I'm still wearing a jacket today. Like,
Yeah.
there was when was it? When did it snow? It snowed on. Was it Wednesday? It snowed.
It
Or
was
Tuesday night,
Tuesday.
and then next day there was nothing on the ground.
Yeah, it snowed and then it disappeared the next day.
Yeah,
Like
it
we
looked
were
like a snowstorm.
imagining. It's
Yeah.
imagination.
This place is crazy. Anyway, welcome to Dissect, and yeah, like I said, it's gonna be an episode that's very informative. A little fun, some serious vibes as well. We'll be talking to Blackberry Sound Crew later on. And as for now, we'll be talking to the man, Mr. Ajmal Skyo Pitters. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the man, Mr. Skyo, to the program for I don't even know how many times. He's been there more than me. Welcome, Skyo, to the Dissect.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining.
Hello,
Thanks for joining us
hello.
again.
Yeah, once again.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I'm talking in my head. How many times Skyo been there? No, this might be your fourth time. Though,
Yeah,
right?
that should be my fourth time. Yeah, that should be my
Yeah.
fourth time. Yeah.
Twice this season and twice last season. So, how's everything going on with you, man?
Well, everything not too bad. Taking it easy. You know already how it is.
Yes.
Taking it easy. Can't complain.
I see you had a busy season. I don't know if you're resting now or you're still
Well,
keeping
work,
busy.
work not stopping. You know,
That's
I
good.
was at it.
Mhm.
You know, always doing something. You know, it's either I producing or engineering or something.
Nice.
You know.
Nice.
Sounds
Mhm.
good.
So you didn't no, oh yeah, you met Jewel the last time you came.
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
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 Yeah, I
It
know.
was brief. It was brief.
Yeah, very brief. Yes.
Yeah. So what was the carnival season like? Because I know you did a lot of like calypso stuff and
Mm.
booyah stuff.
I mean, the carnival was okay. It wasn't too bad. Um, I mean, honestly, that restriction stuff happening, and
Right.
you know, but I still was doing what I had to do in
Yeah.
terms of studio work, and you know what I mean. So I produced a couple stuff for the season.
Yeah.
You know, it was a okay season. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, that's quite okay. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. You know what? You know when the producer is not trying to be too cocky, you know.
No,
Yeah.
no, man.
It was okay.
No, man.
Because
I really, you know.
I know you're real.
Yeah.
But you know, so some of the tracks you put out this past season, it's like, you know, you put out one of the biggest booyah tunes, which we use as the intro in Is That Day Like Cali Next Week.
Like,
And then you had some more calypso, so you know it was okay. All right.
yeah, man. It was cool. You know, I can't
Yeah.
complain.
He's being modest.
Yeah.
So, so who were some of the artists you were with during the season as far as calypso goes?
During the season, I worked with Carly XP.
Right.
Is That They Like. I did 2 tracks with Colton T. I did one with Janet Azuz. Yeah. And
Janet
the
Azuz. Janet Azuz sings what genre of music?
She's doing different styles.
Oh, okay.
Soca, booyah.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
Yeah, but really something for the season. I don't know if you
Right.
read yet.
Not sure what is it. Was it? What did she put on
Well,
the
you should check
calypso
it
song?
out. Ride the rhythm. That's the name. Ride the rhythm.
Ride the rhythm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So, all right. What's that like? What genre is that though?
Well, that is like a
A
booyah,
booyah? Okay.
soca kind of vibes mix, you know,
All right.
together. It have the booyah feel, but it has some influences of different genres like um, Afro beats and soca in there. So you should check it
Okay.
out.
All
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I'll write that down so
yeah, man. Check it
so I
out.
won't forget.
It's
Right.
a
To
good
read it.
track. Mhm,
All right.
mhm.
Jay, go ahead.
Oh, we.
Yeah, I know you
Well,
guys.
I want to know more about Ashma because you know him more than I do.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
let me ask some questions.
Yeah, man, go ahead, man.
Off the top, let's just start off because I'm getting to know you as
Yeah.
a producer, but I don't know much about you. So first and foremost, I'm going to ask the ultimate question.
Mm.
How did you come up with your name,
Skyo. Well,
Skyo?
basically, it's the passion because, okay, there are two reasons for that, you know. One being the way that I construct music, the passion I have for it, how I take my time and stuff like that. And also
Mm-hmm.
because I'm tall. So that's yeah. So yeah. So that's the two reasons why they call me that. And it's
Okay.
like I'm not afraid of, doing different stuff. I will approach it. So they just call me, Skyo,
So
you
the
know.
sky's the limit for you kind of thing,
Yeah.
right?
That's what I was
Mhm.
gonna say too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. Very unique and
Very
fitting.
unique indeed. Mhm.
Yeah.
That
Right.
that
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
I never actually asked that question, and I
For
actually never.
Because
sure.
you know him, like
Yeah,
seriously.
but no, but
Yeah, you never asked that.
yeah, I never asked that. I never asked like it's like Kaza. I don't ask what Kaza means. I know it has to probably do with like his name, but like I don't know what a
Mhm.
Kaza is. Like,
Yeah, Kasa.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
so
always
yeah,
ask people
that's
that.
interesting. That's interesting.
Mhm.
Thanks for sharing.
Mhm.
And
Oh
then
yeah,
you
man.
have the typical reasoning behind the Caribbean reasoning behind the height thing. So yeah, you got one of
Yeah,
those
that's what it
nicknames.
means. Generally just, I'm not afraid.
Yeah,
As you said, sky's the limit. So that's my vibe. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Mhm.
All right. Thanks for
Yep.
sharing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
let me stay. I'm staying in the season still while Joe's trying to get to know you. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
this past carnival, you also came up with a new group,
Yeah.
or right?
Yeah.
Um, what's the name of the group?
The name of the group is Inner Core Unit.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but you guys have broken. Was it IUC or something, right?
I see you. Yeah.
I see you. Sorry.
Yeah. I see you.
I
Yeah.
see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you guys also put out some tunes, or I heard at least one tune.
Yeah. We put out
Last
one
time.
single for the season.
All right.
And we currently working on some more stuff.
Okay.
We're going to record some more stuff and to put out to the public very
Okay.
soon. So look out for that.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I.
so is it just a band because the artist you with you is Biddle J, right?
Yeah, be the J.
So
Mhm.
right. So it's just you and Biddle J, or is there like a whole band
Well,
behind the?
well, there are other members. I don't
Okay.
to disclose the members as yet,
Right.
but there are other members. Are here.
Okay.
The back.
All right. So we can
Okay.
something to look out.
It's in the works. It's in the making.
Yeah,
Can
man.
you
Yeah,
give us
man.
a timeline as to when we can hear more about it, like when it will be launched?
Well, next month we'll be releasing some stuff. So you'll hear about it. We're working on it right now. So we're recording. We do what we have to do, mix, master. So we'll be ready soon. So look out for it.
I like that. Suspense. Keep us in suspense. Keep us
Yes.
waiting, looking, and wanting more.
Mhm.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting name though. Like I know like in a core, but when you just break it down to I
I
see
see
you,
you. Yeah.
it, it,
Just
it,
break it
it
down.
yeah,
You know.
it's interesting.
Yes.
So are we gonna hear is Beetle J the just the main lead for now, or is there other
Yeah. For now, yeah. For now, we're just working a bit to J.
all right.
Um, just for now, but we have some other people here. So don't worry, you'll see this now.
Yeah. I know you don't stop working, so
No man, no man, no man. Just before I came here, I was, doing something, you know. So work not doesn't stop.
Yeah.
and
Well,
everything coming from the Booyah kitchen.
Who your kitchen?
we're in kitchen studio. Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
I like that. So
Who your kitchen?
mixing and blending and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. All
Who your
right.
kitchen studios?
That's what I was thinking about when you were talking about the song that you did for that artist. There's a mixture of bouillon, soca, and Afrobeat. It's like making a kalaloo, and I like to use the reference of
Yeah.
kalaloo because
Yeah.
we understand it's so many different ingredients going into that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, actually, bouillon is that, is a combination of different styles, so I could just say it's a bouillon. I'm not saying anything else because bouillon is everything together
Yeah.
in one. So I could just say it's a bouillon.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yesterday, while, kind of premeditating on the show today,
Mhm.
I was thinking of the name Booyah Kitchen. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, when you think, like for Dominican, if you say the word booyah, we would
Mhm.
think automatically the music, right? Booyah music. And I'm like, the name of the studio is Booyah Kitchen. But coming from the Booyah Kitchen is all different genres of music.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, that's a dope name. You can watch it, like, I don't know what kind of meditation I was on, but I'm like, you can watch it two ways, I mean, like
Yeah.
Booyah
Yeah.
music, but it's not only Booyah music coming
Yes.
from there.
Yeah. Well, I
So,
have to big up my father for that.
yes.
The
Yeah.
play on words.
For, for,
Mhm.
for, for that vibe, Bouillon Kitchen.
Yeah.
It was already established, before I even was, born, so.
Do you
Yeah.
feel that that you were kind of swayed into the direction of being in music as well, or do you think that it was something that came natural to you?
Well, honestly, it was natural. Um, yeah, it was natural. I actually, when I was younger, I always used to like go in the band house and, mess with different instruments. I didn't know what I was doing, what I'm saying,
Mhm.
but I just used to mess with it and just kind of, checking, let me see what I can do. I was going to mix up and see how this do, how that working,
Mhm.
you know. So I had, I had it already, it's a natural thing, nobody influenced me. It
Mhm.
just was natural. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of people thought I was going to be a singer though. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you sing as well?
I don't sing, but because my father sings,
Ah,
they feel that I should be singing, but
following
I
his footsteps.
follow his footsteps, but I actually take, a different, footstep, a different way, different
Mhm.
vibe, you know?
Still music in a different aspect of music.
Yeah. hmm
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
hmm
Hmm.
hmm Yes, man.
So,
Mhm.
shoot.
You lost your question? I have
Lost my
questions. I have a
question.
lot of questions to ask.
No,
Uh,
I had it right in front of me and the thing just went off. So, go
yeah,
ahead.
man.
I
Take
got
your
it
time,
now.
man. Yeah.
No, I asked that question because my father, in the 70s, he was a DJ.
Okay.
And my brother didn't have an opportunity to listen to hear my father DJ, but my father always played music. We always had music in the house. We had huge speaker boxes in the house.
Mm,
Um, and my brother fell in line with that DJing as well. So it was
mm,
just intrinsic. It was in him and he knew, how
mm.
to he makes his own beats as well. So
Oh, okay.
it just came up because it was natural for him as well. Just that's why I asked.
Yeah,
Thanks,
man.
guys.
Yeah, man. It was a natural vibes. It wasn't something I was forced to go and do. It was just
Yeah.
something I just like. I just go. I was kind of inspired, and yeah, I just start doing it.
Okay.
You know.
I think music is a thing that just flows in us as a people as well. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we grew up in the house either hearing gospel. Well, in my case, as my generation was gospel or even country western music, like you
Mhm.
know what I mean, that your grandma or mom played, right? So we
Mhm.
always have like this melody within us as a people. Not all of us can create, but I think
Mhm.
we all have that, that vibe in us, that musical vibe in us.
Mhm.
So for you, like when I look at somebody like you, that your father helped create a whole genre of music,
Right.
and plus music playing in the house, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't just booyah music playing in the house, because I've spoken to your dad, and
Hmm.
the things that come out of his mouth is like you have to do research on some of these artists, right? So
Mhm.
I could see where maybe even being a baby and the subconscious just picking up artists you don't even know that you heard, you know what I mean, and just in the back there kind of a vibe.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Right.
You're right about that, though.
So before I lost my question, I got it back.
Uh-huh.
In all of the genres of music you play, and I know every genre has a different vibe. Like
Yeah.
booyah, soca could be very energetic, reggae could be very laid back, dancehall could be, somewhat hyper or even easy sometimes. Which one is your favorite to create or
Hmm.
work with?
Well, to be honest with you, this, I don't have no favorite. You understand
Just a
what I say?
vibe,
I don't have no favorite. It's
right?
no. It's like when I go in the studio and I say I'm gonna do that, I just going to do that.
Right.
Understand? It's not like I have a favorite genre to say like I like booyah. I like no.
Right.
I like all types of music. Afro, booyah, soca, just name it. I listen to all of them,
Okay.
and I do what I have to do. You know?
Nice.
Yeah. Hmm. But I don't have a favorite. Honestly, I really don't have a favorite genre.
I find that a lot of music, either singers that we've asked that question, they have the same kind of answer
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
I
they have a
really
love
don't
of
have a favorite.
music, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
As a producer, no, I really don't have a favorite because I'm a producer, so I mean I do different things, so
Right.
different ways, and so I really do have a favorite. I
Everything
might
else.
like
lovely.
them. I might like a music over the other a bit, but to see me to have a favorite, no, not really.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's like a day by day thing. Like for me, I don't. Well, there's certain music, like certain genre of music, I will not listen to. And if I hear it around me, I just either block it out or I go away from it, right? But
Mm.
I listen to different genres of music, and for me, it's like when I was younger, I would listen to hip hop every day. Now I get up and it's like, okay, I might get up in the reggae vibe, I might get up in the soca vibe, I might get up in the R&B or hip hop vibe, right? So
Mm.
is that the mode that you go with when getting into actually producing? Like you going into the studio, do you get up like, yeah, I feel in a reggae today, or I feel in, or you
No,
just know you have work to do and you just get to it?
well, honestly, no. When I go to the studio, it's like I might be, on my keyboard and kind of be playing different melodies
Hmm.
and try different stuff, and so it's like I wanna have, in my head like I'm going to make a reggae today, I'm going to make this today.
Right.
No, it's like I just go in the studio and I just like and actually sometimes I just go in the studio. Yeah. Sometimes
Okay.
I didn't intend to go there,
Right.
but it's like I end up going there and then I just start doing stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anytime. It could be 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I really
Yes,
don't know.
well, one of your artists kind of dropped that for us
Yeah.
a few weeks ago. He has you up any hour of the morning to work
Yeah,
Yeah.
man,
with
we
him.
were calling 3 o'clock in the morning, all kind
Yeah,
of a time.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Music is hard work.
yeah.
A lot of people, they hear the music, they enjoy it, or they quick to criticize it. And you have the right to criticize music, but it
Yeah, yeah.
actually, even the music we call somewhat foolishness, or lack of lyrical content or whatever, it
Right.
actually takes a lot of work to actually produce
Yeah,
Substance.
those
it's a lot of
things.
work. And the producing too. And also don't
Yeah.
forget the mix and the master.
Yeah.
mix and the master, is not easy, to edit vocals and, so it's a lot
Right.
of work,
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I
But,
guess I want to ask you a question, not to throw you under the bus, but
um,
there must be an artist, and you don't have to call nobody name, but must be an artist where you probably thought to yourself, man, I take a nice time and create this beat, and that Mr. Come and Sing. Is there any artist that you work with that you think like,
well, honestly, I never feel like that because I guess sometimes the artists have what they want to sing, what they want to do.
right,
So it's like I'm not in their head. So
right.
it's like, I mean, that is their vibe. So I respect their
Mhm.
vibes. If it's that they
Okay,
want to sing and everything have its place and the time.
true.
Mhm.
So if it's that they want to sing and it's working for them,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
You go with the flow. You go with the flow. You
yeah, if
don't.
it's working for you, you go and change, So I doesn't really say that, everybody
Right,
different vibe, everybody different
right.
style.
That's nice.
So I don't criticize and say, boy, well, boy, Mister, and no.
Yeah.
And then,
Someone once said that you find the good in everyone. You try to find the good in everyone, which
yeah,
Yeah,
true.
somebody else, we are saying that, Colton are saying that,
yes,
Yeah,
Colton, you're
he
saying
did say
that,
that. He did say that.
yeah, I don't like to doubt people, If somebody
right.
come in my studio, I'll give them a chance. I'll not, tell them, what are you doing there, man? Like, come on, man. Like, what's
Yeah,
this? Like,
yeah.
so long you're on this vocal, so long you're trying to sing a harmony, so long.
So you just
No,
let,
no, man. It's like I would take time with the artist and tell them, all right, let's try our best and get this. Take your time because sometimes just be really nervous.
right.
Mhm.
And so I tell them, you know what? Take your time and execute the thing. You know, it don't have to be perfect, but at least try it. If you don't work, you don't work. You understand? But I will not like, shoo them away. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to quickly remind the viewers that we have a WhatsApp number. If we can get that WhatsApp number, it just came by quickly on the screen. If you'd like to call in, it's 617-329-94. Come on, number 9434.
I was gonna
If
say
you'd
you got.
like to send a message, a voice note to Skyo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
Sky, what the last song, well, not the last song, but the song before the last one that you produced for Colin,
Colin, yeah.
Booyah Water,
Yeah.
right? That was a successful song for,
Mm-hmm.
like, taking both for you, the producer and the artist.
Artist, yeah.
What was it like going into this one? Is that they like?
Well, it's that they like after the success of Boya Water, she well, they called me and tell me, yeah, they need something
Right,
for this season coming up.
right.
So I gave them a bunch of stuff I had there, and then I told them to choose from it.
Oh, okay.
And that was the beat they chose, which is
That's a nice.
as they like rhythm.
Right.
And yeah, they just come up with it, because Booyah Water was different. Booyah Water was, I built it from scratch, like taking a vocal and build it. But is that they like was a beat I had,
Right.
constructed, and I sent it over and they took it.
Okay.
Right.
Hmm.
Let's touch on that a while.
Yeah,
Like the Booyah Water, you said you created the beat around vocals,
yeah,
right? Not a lot of people can do that.
yeah. Not a lot. And the thing is, to know is it wasn't a vocal that was recorded in studio. It was a vocal that was used on a video that I take from the video, put it in my door, sync it, and construct that. It wasn't. Yeah, they didn't say nothing for me. It was somebody told me about it. I got the
Right.
video, I download it, put it in my door, pop, and I start to
You
do
create
what I'm
around
doing.
it.
That's
I,
talent.
I don't want to go on the year, at the first Dominican Music Awards.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
Oh,
after that award is yours.
congratulations.
yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
You're so humble, Skyo. Oh
Yeah,
my.
it won the award, the Buyos on the awards there
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's
and
Congrats.
stuff
Sky.
like that.
Sky. No, I don't bring you back on dissect. Hey, Sky, how was it sitting? I was cool. The man have a award. The man have.
Well, I mean, I have little vibes, you know.
That's good.
As you know already, I'm not that,
Yeah.
you know, boastful
Humility is
and I
awesome.
humble
Yeah.
and stuff. And also, I do engineering for a lot of artists as well, like Colton
Right.
T,
Right.
um, and other, you know, artists around and bands, Ignition Band,
Right.
and a few others, you know.
Is that something that came natural too, or is that something that
Well, the engineering, so let me tell you what. I started engineering because um, I used to give my beats to other guys to mix for me.
Mm,
Now, when I get back the mix, it's like, you know, like certain things wasn't, you know, certain things I wanted buried, they bring it up. Certain things I wanted up, they bury it. So it was like, I can, but yeah. And I make that decision there about 2019. Actually, I made that decision and say, yo, I gonna start engineering my stuff. And from that
Mhm.
time, I start doing what I have to do. Um, you know, read a lot, research, and then yeah,
right. Nice.
So
So
yeah,
self-taught, basically self-taught engineer as well.
yeah, self-taught. I mean, I was doing it already, but
Yeah.
not like no, you know.
Nice.
big
Good.
country, right?
I have a question.
Mm.
What do you think it takes now in our times? You know, Bouillon was created a while back in your father's times. What do you think it would take now to propel Bouillon music further
Hmm.
and more internationally?
To me, marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Our biggest problem is marketing. We have a lot of good songs here, and you know, they just stay in there. So I believe the marketing thing we have to kind of work on that to
Mm-hmm.
kind of push the music further. You know, is a great genre,
Yeah.
but it will have the support really from its people, really.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say everybody, but you know, the people that's been supporting it really not really kind of pushing it. You know, so it's like the marketing just kind of weak. You know, so that is my view of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my
I hear a lot of artists say the marketing and
yeah
these things, but
the marketing.
I
The
I don't know.
marketing of the music, man, is you know that's
So
something you
so do
know.
you think the marketing? Okay, let's just say it's the marketing of the music, but okay, if we know the marketing is the problem, and we've been
Mm-hmm.
saying that for I don't know, last 4 or 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
I find we're still doing the same thing over and over. So is it the managers that we have as for our artists or bands? Is it the team? Like
Um, yeah,
there's some
I think it takes a lot of money to market, and that is what those other artists and bands have outside there. They have the money, which
right.
you really, you know, have. So, and they have a lot of different agencies they can work with. You know,
Mm,
we really don't really have that. You know,
right.
here. So it's like it's a big problem. But I must say the money, the money is the kind
Right.
of issue here. You know,
Mm,
because it's money to market.
Yeah.
right.
You understand? So
So
yeah.
support from the government, from your government,
Yeah, I
be
think the government should get more involved
beneficial.
in
Yeah,
the
for sure.
music industry,
Mhm.
you know, because it have people like me, you know, that all, I mean, we there, I mean, we do what we have to do, but again, we don't really have
The support.
the support, you know, to kind of do what we have to do, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's kind of the money, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
problem.
So how does, I mean, wow, that's a huge, this is a whole show by itself to
Mhm.
discuss that. Like,
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
political, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's a
Yeah.
whole show by itself.
Yeah, because
Mm.
there's so much ways we could swing this, and
Yeah,
like I don't want to dwell on this too much because
yeah,
we
yeah.
Yeah.
don't have that much more time. But
Yeah.
while doing dissect, I see a lot more problems why the music is not leaving Dominica,
Yeah.
and that's why when you guys said marketing, I'm sitting in there like, yeah, I
Mm.
kind of agree, but I disagree. And like,
Mm.
yeah, that's a whole other show on itself, right?
Yeah.
Because with Dissect, I get to make a lot of phone calls, and the people in the back
Okay.
that you meet, they make a lot of phone calls, and
Mm.
we deal with a lot of managers, and some people are just not managing. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's, but we have some good artists
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dominica have
around here.
excellent artists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dominica,
amazing artists. Yeah,
the artist in Dominica is
not the
not the
issue.
problem at all, at all, at all, at all. Like
Yeah,
you
man.
said,
There's some
as
good
a
artists.
producer, okay, when I look at art in the kitchen, you have, a probably a art of bowl of fruits, whatever, right? You would not
Yeah.
put that in your bathroom. You would not put that in your bedroom. In
Right.
your bedroom, you might have I don't know, a woman holding some type of thing. You're not going to put that in your kitchen. So every art fits different place. So the
Mm.
problem is not the artist. It's marketing, but who's the ones doing the marketing?
Yeah. The marketing is the problem.
Right? So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
That's all.
We'll have you back on. I mean, how many times now? We'll
that'll
have
be
him
the
back
fifth time. We'll talk
to the
about that.
fifth for the fifth
Well,
time.
I mean,
We'll have a round table.
we have a lot to talk about. So I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
no problem on
you
some of
know.
the
But okay, so we have ICU
yeah,
to look out for in the next few
I
months,
see
you said.
you.
And that's gonna straight booyah, or is it mixed up?
Different genres, we plan
Okay,
to do different stuff.
right.
Also we have the Booyah Africa Rhythm coming out soon. Um,
Mm,
we had some delays, but to be out very soon.
all right,
And we have other stuff, coming out
all
soon.
right.
Yes, sir.
Well, I personally will be hitting you up for a rhythm. Um, hopefully, I don't know, in May, June somewhere.
Yeah,
I, I was talking to Wetty Bits. I need to drink extra sugar in my juice, so I'll switch up the voice. So
yeah,
well, I come in, I come in.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, oh, before we leave, I gotta say, happy birthday to one of Dissect's um, top fans, Glenda.
Glenda,
She
yes.
happy birthday
Yes.
to you.
Top fan.
Yes, yes,
Birthday, Miss Glenda. I don't know who you are, but happy birthday, Miss
Yes, happy
Glenda.
birthday again.
for
Wish
sure.
you many more.
So,
Um,
Sky, anybody you wanna reach out or big up? I mean, or
well, I just want to big up everybody, the supporters, the fans, everybody that's supporting the vibes, Booyah
right.
Kitchen, Saucy Skyo.
Mhm.
That's the new name. It's no longer Skyo Beats. So it's Saucy Skyo right there. That's the spelling. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, you can't just say that and go. You have to explain that.
Well, sauce. Well, the A. Already the A stands for Ajmal.
Okay.
So the number
Right.
one sauce.
Mm.
I thought you were trying to say you're saucy.
The number one sauce where it comes from.
He's saucy.
You see, that's what you have to explain
The
it.
number one sauce. So
Nice.
easy to set in the alphabet.
Okay.
So the number
All
one.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
my family, keep up the
Yeah.
good work, man. You're doing your thing, and we will talk very soon. You know what I mean? Keep in touch, and I'll see you again here next season. So
Yeah, man. Thanks
that's
for
what
having me,
yeah, man. After all,
Nice chatting with you.
All right. I'll take it
All right.
easy, man.
Take care.
Yeah,
All right.
that was the man, Mr. Ajmal Skyo Peters, and the man tell me, yeah, the season was cool. The man has, awards, some of the biggest calypso songs for the season, uh, some of the biggest booyah songs for the season as well. So that was a man, Skyo Beats, man, definitely doing his thing for the booyah kitchen down there in Dominica.
Yeah. I appreciate his humility. It's definitely telling about his character and,
Mhm.
the drive that he has and the seriousness behind his music. Yeah.
True. Well, and I believe we have some more guests in the back. Do we? Are they there yet? I hope so. These cats are like legendary as far as DJing up here in the Toronto area. I guess you could say putting Dominica to a next level. Um, I'm just gonna let them explain themselves and how they started and how long they've been there. Oh man, my boy Steve, I like to call him Steve Austin, Mr. Allen, Steve Allen, and of course the man Neil Sever, the Blackberry Sound crew is joining us right here on Dissect. Let's do this,
All right.
gentlemen.
Okay.
Hey, what's going
Good
on?
evening,
Good
gentlemen.
evening.
So we're sitting among legends now.
Oh boy.
So what's going on? Neil, I guess let's start with you. Introduce yourself, and then we'll go to Steve.
I'm Neil Severin, one of the members in Blackberry Sound Crew. I don't know much more you want to know now. You want to move off to Steve, or I'm shy. I'm shy. I'm shy.
I know that was coming. That's why I called
Yeah,
You
you
know
out
what?
first.
That's actually one of my questions, and I'm gonna get there with that
What's
shyness about DJs. We're gonna talk about that.
I, so Steve, Mr. Austin, like
Yes, sir.
I call you Mr. Austin. Your name is not Steve Austin. I call you that.
Well, a lot of people call me that.
Okay, do you think?
How are you doing? Yeah, so I'm Stephen Allen. Go by the name of Steve Austin, I guess, to some folks. And I kind of like Neil. We kind of play the background, more so me probably than Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, uh, I think part of our story is just that everybody has their lane, and mine kind of evolved to playing the background. So that's where we are.
Hmm.
But it did not always start. It did not start that way. It wasn't always that way.
Correct.
And we're
It's a
gonna dissect
background
that
foreground.
story tonight. We're gonna dissect it.
Yeah, so oh man, we're gonna have to go way back. Like we're going back to like early '90s now.
Yeah, mid 90s more,
Yeah,
right? For
yeah,
Blackberry,
true.
like 96-ish or so.
96.
I can't remember.
Yeah, about 96.
Yeah.
Was it
For me,
Blackberry and Kid Cut a lot?
Yes.
No.
Like,
Yeah. Wasn't
yeah,
it?
Kid
good.
Kid Cut.
Maybe
Did you do something with Kid Cut?
Did we? I can't remember.
Around the
we
time
know a
when,
lot of people.
around the time when you guys came out, it was a lot of Blackberry, a lot of Dr. J, like the
Yeah.
Soca Kingdom,
Soca
Soca Kingdom.
Kingdom. Kingdom of Soca. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
it was a small group, like doing the whole soca thing. Like I actually started when I was 16, so we're going back to 86.
damn.
But then and then I kind of backed off. Like
Right.
early 90s, life changed. I got into like wanting to do studio production and audio engineering. So kind of backed off, was rolling my boys Rampage. You remember Baby Blue Sound Crew, all those guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those guys actually spawned from those guys.
Yeah.
Chris, what's his name? Jason Chambers, all those guys.
Mhm.
So one of my oldest friends in that, Leighton, Love Jones, he's on a lot of reggae production too. That's the guy actually got me started DJing. Like we all kind of did it together from school. But then I took a pause from that, and then, Steve, I've known Steve practically from birth, right? We've known each other like our whole lives. So he's always loved music. He used to always tease me, boy, your father's still on my father record, because like the whole family's involved in music going back.
Right.
Like my dad with Swinging Stars, Steve, we've always listened to music growing up.
Right.
House parties, like our parents, my wife, Steve's cousin, we go to a house party, all of us, they send us all upstairs, and they
Right.
downstairs, and chat going on till what time in the morning. waking up, who on top of who's jackets on top. That's how it was in the 70s, right? So we all grew into music. So, then like in the 90s, I remember Steve had like a little mixer, on a little Radio Shack mixers, and I saw like, what y'all doing? And a couple partners were over, and he had like one little portable CD Walkman and then a CD player. And I was looking up, they were trying to mix. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And I said, watch that. So I did it. I was catching time. All of a sudden, everybody was having fun.
Right.
So Steve had lots of CDs. I only had a few because my life was so busy with electronics, and I was actually fixing equipment for guys like Rampage and all these other people, like always fixing everybody's gear. So, I said, Steve, you know what? I just went to the store, went up buying a CD player, like it was the Newmark, I think we got, right?
But Newmark? Before you get that far,
yeah, let's get some input from Steve.
Yeah, before you get that far. I mean, I Neil's a little older than me, but I grew up watching Neil play, with some of those guys that he spoke about, like at house clubs, playing house music in Toronto. Mm-hmm. And, when I moved back to Toronto from Dominica, I came back with that love of music, but it was, the Booyah had just started, like, WCK and those bands with Serenade, so I came back with that influence, and, he was heavily involved in, house music and all that sort of stuff. And, I remember really having to beg him to teach us how to mix, and we didn't have equipment. We had, as he said, like a portable CD player, like a Walkman, and a Radio Shack, mixer. I begged enough that he came around, and we decided, hey, like, we could do something with this. Let's buy, our first CD mixer at the time. Like, nobody was playing CDs. Everybody was still playing records. So, that was the genesis of it all.
Where did you buy your first set of equipment? Do you remember that? Do you remember the day you guys
everything was Spectacular? Yeah, it was Spectacular Sound. We went to Leroy, and everybody knows I'm gonna. That was Eglinton West. Leroy and Winston, man. Yeah, man.
That's like Marley and Eglinton there.
Eglinton.
Yes. Spectacular Sound.
We leased it, basically. I think we had to pay like a certain amount every month, so we had to find ways to make that money.
Down payment. Oh, is that it?
That was Steve's first mixer we started on. We had that back in the 80s. Every DJ from like probably Dr. J, everybody around our age knows this, that had turntables, knows this. If you don't know this mixer and didn't splash it with WD-40 in the crossfader, you never started DJing.
Wow.
The amount of those I used to fix.
I remember my cousin having one like that.
I tell you that. You see? Like the black one with the wood on the side.
Yeah, my brother has vintage.
Your dad probably had one too.
Wow.
DJing in the 70s, we got the equipment from Spectacular Sound. We started there, and then I don't remember we got speakers. We did like a little house party here.
We built our own speakers. Actually, the
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I actually built everything. I totally forgot. I like that stuff. So I don't even know where half that stuff. I built it. Some amps we bought from Rampage, just here and there, put equipment together, rented stuff. I did like the whole disconnect for the power distribution to get the full, full sound system, and then we just started having parties. Right?
So the parties, were they happening in your house? Were they house parties or just playing out?
The very first one was the house party. It was actually the Dominica's prime minister's wife's brother, where they were staying, right? I think Steve, right? Up in Mississauga. Yeah, and we had a house party. We brought these IKEA style CD tray holders. like 4 of them. Instead of crates of records, because all my records I had those things like all over the city with all DJs, right?
Yeah.
So those all CDs. So we're like coming out with CDs, like CDs.
Yeah.
Just started like that, and then
That was an expensive habit.
yeah, we were always at HMV every Friday, or all
Every
of us
Tuesday,
going down
music came out.
Yeah,
We were
Sam the
there.
record man.
I still remember the cost of CDs back then. It started at $16 and up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, we go to Sam and then go across the street lower down to HMV. That's right.
Yeah.
So we go downtown and stuff like that, right? And then Music Library open. There's so much places. Bad Lad, music. That was later on,
Yeah.
right? But
They knew us well.
oh yeah, yep. Play the
And
record
also,
like everybody, right?
and also, I would go back to Dominica and get music from everybody. Whitey Cole, Gary's Record Shack.
Yeah. According to Dominica, cassette.
I had live cassettes and recordings from everybody. I mean, to this day, Burning Flames calls me for their lives. So
yes,
Okay.
yeah, a lot of them.
I heard something about that, you know.
You guys are answering most of the questions that I want to ask. Just by your story alone, like what inspired you? That was part of it, you know. And that's
just well, you go ahead. You tell her what inspired you. My list is long, so.
I mean, for me, I think Neil touched on it earlier. I've always had the love for music. I mean, I have a lot of respect for people who create the music, the bands, the artists, the producers, you know, and I'm sort of in awe. Like I was listening to Skyo talk earlier, and you know, for a country the size of Dominica, the amount of talent that comes out of that place, it's phenomenal. Like I can't think of anywhere else where there's so many people or so many like talented artists and producers and stuff. It's really amazing. So, I mean, from a young age, I sat next to Keith from WCK in high school. You know, a lot of my friends are in the industry, and you know, I was a regular at Whitey Cole's record store, you know, getting mixes. I mean, one of my favorite genres of music is compas, so I was always in there. You know, and I think I took that love of music with me to Toronto, and you know, I think we were able to, you know, jump on the wave early on when there wasn't really a lot of soca in Toronto. I mean, outside of a very few promoters and groups that were doing it. So we were really early in the game.
okay.
Yeah, like as Steve is saying that's actually why Blackberry was formed. I remember I took my trip back to Dominica. I was born there, grew up here, like came here when I was 2, so didn't really even know much about Dominica. Went back when I was 11, just after Hurricane David. Not really much exposure to music. It was Carnival, so I kind of saw it at a young age. It was like culture shock for me. But growing with Dominican parents and family, and it's, you know, just being there was different. I was like, whoa. Then I went back when I was 18, probably the best time of my life. Because that's when, like, Steven went back. We were all teenagers at that time. And, like, young people could have a good time. And that's when I met Cornell. And I was amazed with the stuff this man could do. Because I was singing. A lot of Toronto people came down. So they know me from DJing, like Steve still at the house, like clubs and stuff, old places. Being around a lot of the old DJs like Sunshine and all these. I'm not even getting like Toronto, like, and I started singing popular house songs to Cornell, where he used to play there on Bath Road, and we had like almost like a little blocko, and he was just playing it back. I tell him what beat to do, then I would sing the notes to him, and everybody from Toronto was looking like, "How's this happening?" And it blew my mind that this guy could just, to this day, to me, that man is just like I can't explain the man's brain when it comes to that. I'll never forget that. So that's when I got introduced to Bouillon, right? The whole CK's first album, right? Which is, where is it? It was up on the wall. Where'd it go? Ah, it fell down.
Yeah.
I have it, right? Where the hell did I put it? I forgot to pull it out. But anyways, it's there, and it's signed, and it's just like, that's the One More Sway album, and that's my first introduction to fusion. Was called fusion back then, like with Flames, Heart Attack, Jam Band,
Yeah.
17 plus.
17 plus, CK, like that whole 138, 140 BPM, and Trini thought we were playing the music fast.
Yeah.
Right? Because they were doing like 120 BPM, you know, because I grew up in a house full of soca too, because I have a lot of friends that from Trinidad, like, you know, it traveled all over.
Yes.
So I was just a lover of Caribbean music general, but I always had that closeness with the faster tempo stuff. So we had our small island, which people call small island, but so all the fusion islands, all the islands, Lesser and Greater Antilles, that nobody played. So we said, you know what, we're gonna play our stuff because there's a market out there for that.
Right.
So we were playing the zouk. I'll say to this day, we made Zoukla, and I will not be humble about this. We put Zoukla on the map for everybody who did not know Zoukla, because Blackberry has always played that from the early 90s in every jam. I had one DJ, I'm not going to call his name. I don't think he DJs anymore, he's a Trini DJ, and he thought the song, this was like back in 2012, and he said he thought the song was made in 2005. I said, bro, you're about 26 years off. That song was back in 82. And he's like, what? I go, that beat, but you listen to it today and it's still timeless.
Yep.
Right? So we made sure we were playing that. So a lot of the people, you know, like the other DJs are good friends of ours, you know, Dr. J, Court Jester, Bandit, all of them. They're just like, you know, a lot of them are doing soca and stuff, but we came, it was like they saw there's a market. They're like, what's going on here? Like this music, Flames, and they're hearing music from all over, Dread and the Ballhead, all these bands from all the islands, and we didn't care. We were doing it with no fear, you know, and that was the difference with us as Blackberry, right? So, and everybody, Steve was never background. Steve was background, foreground, because there was a lot of input from everybody for that. You know, Bert came on the scene too, and there was a lot of input of, you know, doing it, and so we were touching all islands. So we had people from all islands coming to our parties, right? We weren't trying to compete with anybody. We're just trying to do something different.
Do your own thing.
When I hear you talking, you speak in the past tense. Yeah. Let's bring it forward to the present tense. What is Blackberry? First of all, how did you come up with the name? And what is Blackberry Sound Crew doing today? Like, what are you guys doing?
He came up with the name. He came up with the name.
Man, you know what? That's a weird, funny story. Like, I had, as Neil was saying, like, I collected music. I still have, like, my CD collection is, I don't know, tens of thousands probably. Yeah. You know, and back then I had a couple hundred probably, and we had CDs that people that, you know, supported us from day one, like Jawa and a couple of these guys. You know, so what I was doing was marking the CDs. I was putting like a little label on them with a label maker, so that, you know, my CDs wouldn't get mixed up with his. And I was just trying to think of quickly of a name to use, and Blackberry, the sweeter the sound, the sweeter the juice. I think that was the moniker we used at the time.
The darker the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Actually, I think it's on the poster behind you now.
Is there the model?
It actually, no, that's the who got the juice.
Who got the juice? Yeah.
Who got the juice? Right.
Yeah.
So, I remember that logo being everywhere in the 90s, like into the early 2000s. That logo was every party that was happening.
Well, we put in the work, man. I'll tell you, we did.
Yeah.
I
mean, it was a different time too, right? You're talking physically moving stuff. Now DJ's walking with a laptop or two USB sticks to slap in the new Pioneer players. It's like,
Yep.
we had to do the work. I mean, before people had to turn down windows with like this, now we just push a button on our phone, right? To
True.
put down the window on the car. So everything.
So what are you trying to say? The DJs today are not DJing like they're not really
No,
DJing?
no, you know what? I never I hate to hear DJs say, "Oh, you don't have on headphones, you're wrecking the craft. You never knew it was like the carry stuff." You know what? That's all well and good, but you know what? There's DJs out there that are amazing like that, and it's for everything's relative. We had our time for that being relative. We were doing stuff like, I remember we were on the first Soca or Die with Dr. J. He put us on like Juve and stuff, and the stuff we were doing on stage, and I would just go crazy on the CD player for what it could do at the time, and I would just make it do because it's just something we used to do. I remember watching Kid Capri with a turntable, jiggy 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 jiggy, and then he just stopped and he went do 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 do, and he was beating the turntable like a beat because the time it's analog, so anything hits a needle, and he's just beating it and scratching it. I was like, wow, okay, now I get it. So I would just try to come up with crazy ways of doing that with the digital equipment, right? Just do something crazy, spin backs, the loops we used to do. Like, traveling to New York, I realized a lot of DJs, well, we realized DJs weren't looping. When they saw us looping and doing stuff, they were going like, what's going on here, right? Or mixing it up or dropping out, or just the beats that we used to get, or, between Bert and Steve, the beats we get, produced, like Kimpus, a lot of the CK, just a lot of different Dominican groups. We had like custom rhythms and stuff, and we would just do all kind of crazy stuff with it, right? That's just what we had then. Like, at DJs now, they have a lot more electronics they can do.
Yeah.
We didn't have those toys. So we carried stuff, but I can't mess with that stuff today. That's
it's just like our parents telling us how much water they had to tote before they went to school and all kind of things.
I just go upstairs now and press the fridge and the water comes out. It gives me time to do other things, but it's just everything is relative. So, more power to whoever can do it, whatever. Yeah. I started mixing with cassettes. My dad had a cassette player with a pitch control. Still has it somewhere. And I was mixing with that, a little pitch control.
Is it the silver one he has in his thing? Because I see.
No. It's a Yamaha. He might have taken it down. It used to be up there in the same spot you're talking. It was angle slant. And I would clean the head. I'd line it up for it, make sure it's proper. I'd adjust the zero with putting the same record. And everybody knows me, that crazy technical guy. And I would just make sure everything's zero. And then, record to another one with a record playing, and before I got to 1200. I can tell everybody, give me cake and I'll mix it. I don't care, man. Music is just a love of music. So
no, you definitely make it look easy though. like I work next to Neil sometime, and it's no fuss. It's like, well, you want to see something? Watch this. You guys like, he does it like it's nothing. It's like,
well, he's been doing this for decades. I mean, so
36 years, right? And so I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done, but I'm not done.
Yeah.
That was a question that I was going to ask. Are you guys looking to do this? Like, Mace, I don't know if you know Maceo from Toronto. He's still going. That was my dad's friend.
Winston.
Winston.
Never heard of him.
Exactly. He was around in my dad's time, and he's still doing it. Yeah. Bad Lad, same thing. So are you in retirement? Like, what's going on, guys?
I want to say I'm retired, but like, we're still doing identity, like the New York parties, like that stuff. I personally just take a back seat from just weddings, all the little, Steve's in New York, right? It's just all we still come together because Dominique can still want us to do stuff, but just not like, we're older now too, right?
It can't be what it was.
No.
And as Neil alluded to, there was a point in time where, one summer we did like 13 or 14 weddings. I feel like we married half the Dominicans in Toronto.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. And then we were still doing parties.
And we were doing parties.
And still traveling to New York and going here and going there.
Yeah.
We would like to continue doing the big things. not as often. And really what we've been trying to do is, make space for, those coming behind us, right? Island Therapy
Navi.
is our people.
Pointing up to Navi.
Yeah.
But what about also teaching the craft to not just making the way, but creating the way, in a sense, teaching the craft?
So right now, one of my good friends, his son, I call him like my nephew. You know West Indians, everybody's uncle and auntie are closest friends. I call him my nephew, right?
Yeah.
DJ Brendan, right now, like there's no CD player behind me. he has it using, right? I need equipment, I can get it. I lent it to him because, with COVID and everything, you can't get equipment. Things are taking long to come in. I said, listen, Brendan, he's like 14. I gave him the stuff. I got him hooked up, music, and his dad knows a lot of artists, a lot of producers from Trinidad. Yeah. So get him started up with a drive with music. That Serato started up from about a year ago. This man has been on like radio in Toronto, 105. He's been a few times. He's doing high school. He has a party coming up end of year for his school. And he's just blown up. And that's my way to give back, because I told him, listen, the love you have, the love I have, use my equipment. I'm not using it. It's okay. Just use it. I want you to do something you love and enjoy it. It's not sitting there taking dust. And I love to see the youth take it on. Right. So
yeah,
that's the only person. I've mentored a couple young DJs, but not a lot. But I'm always willing to help. Right. I've never been one greedy, because it's not what you have, it's what you do with it. You sit down in a party, I got that record, somebody tell you, I'm like, yeah? When's the last time you played it? And when would you play it? Mm-hmm. And then they sit there. I said, exactly. But that guy right now is playing it at the right time, or that person is playing at the right time, and look at the crowd. Yeah. That's the main thing. I can give you my whole collection. I don't care. I will still cut your tail. You know what I mean? So I get cocky like that. But that's I'm saying in a way that's how you have to think of it. Don't think of it as like, oh, I have to have all of this. I have to, and don't give nothing. If you share, you learn more when you share with other people. Sharing is caring.
I'm happy to hear you say that, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the business and many and in different industries, especially our own people, we don't want to help people sometimes.
Yeah.
We don't want to see other people strive. And that's where we get stagnant, and our music and our craft and our businesses don't grow the way they should, because.
And one more thing, sorry, the biggest thing about that too, because I heard that you guys talking with Psycho there about the marketing. That music is not for us. Our job as DJs is to play it for people, to like it, for them to go stream whatever they can do, buy whatever. So our job is to play it. I'm not just giving it to random people. The music, like I have a little record pool there. That sticks between DJs and producers and artists, right? Mm-hmm. So anything that comes out, like part of Team Soca DJs, so a lot of DJs on that list, right? Some artists, some DJs, some producers. So there's about 80 DJs there. So anything comes out, it's with all the DJs. The job is to play it, get the masses out there, push it for the artists. That's what you have to be doing, right, as DJs. And a lot of DJs tend to forget that. Right? It's not about... Go on.
Yeah, I was just going to add, though, that, in addition, I think we've tried to help others in terms of promoting the music from Dominica specifically. And, where we can, give our input in terms of, what the market outside of Dominica is looking for. And, that's kind of controversial, because some people have received that well and others, don't. But as I said, like, we've never been as Neil said, we're just distributing. We're never competing with the people who are creating. And that is really their space. But I think as sort of the interface between the people in the kitchen and, the patrons, we're that medium, and I think we can give a lot of good feedback where that is concerned.
Yeah.
But how have some of these artists even take, like, I don't want to call it criticism, but like I have spoken to some artists myself, right? And do you feel like some of them will actually listen though, or?
Oh yeah, some of them really do. But I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but some of them really do.
Hey, you're on Dissect, so dissect the thing.
Listen, I actually went to school for studio production, and there's small course on psychology dealing with artists and producers.
Oh,
And
interesting.
It's egos. Okay, there's a lot of egos, but you got to know how to positively reinforce the ego. Like you hear something in the art, like the mix, and you're like, "That's not right." You can't say that sucks. You be like, you know what? I like that, but let me try one thing to it. Tell me what you think. So you know that part's not good. But you don't tell them that. So you do that. And then when they hear it, they're like, whoa. And I did that with a band in Toronto, right? So
Novelist, I was kind of on your page when you guys asked the question about what it is that was needed to propel Booyah forward, for example.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you. I'm not convinced that it's the marketing. And the reason I say that is because if you listen to the music, for example, coming out of Trinidad for the last couple of years, it's Booyah, right? They've taken our music and remixed it, basically, right? So I don't think our problem is necessarily marketing specifically the music. I think we need to figure out a way to be the forefront of it, or recapture it and stake our claim, right? And whether or not that's creating songs that are more collaborative with. I mean, we have so many artists in Dominica. If they came together and made an album or a song, that went places, and it starts from there.
They got to stop fighting down each other too.
Facts.
It can't be like hip hop. How hip hop is at East Coast, West Coast. This one, this. I'm just so over all of that. It's like you don't hear the Trini artists doing that. They're just all about vibes. Like, you know me, I'm around a lot of different people, especially at Trini, and I know a lot of artists and producers in the soca. Like it's about it's vibes. Okay. Like I'd love to tell Booyah artists, like for example, they got to give us DJs intros to start with. I mean, I started playing music as a child. I grew up in a band, Swinging Stars and Silhouettes, my dad and Zano. So I actually grew up playing music. So drums, keyboards, brass, anything with 3 valves, brass, mess with the trombone, anything. And it's the way music is created. The mind does not want anything too complicated. Mm-hmm. You think of the simplest shirt, the simplest outfit, the simplest car, the simplest house, the simplest interior. That's what your mind captures. But if it's too busy, you're like, yo.
Yeah, it's too
your
much
mind shuts down.
Yes.
Right. And that's the science behind the music. You cannot think about the best song you can make, anything. Look at Zoukla, okay? It starts off simple and it builds.
Yes.
Look at any song Kes does, okay? It starts off simple, right? Is boom. I got one feeling today, and all of a sudden, let me jump, and then it just explodes. Crescendo, like people have forgotten. You when you look at Asa, okay? I think it was Freeze, one of the soca DJs, when he went to Notting Hill. That song was, that song was like 4 or 5 years old. We were all playing it, but nobody knew it in the masses until he played it, because he took that chance. Yeah. He's good like that, right? Yeah. And all of a sudden, it blew up. Asa blew up, okay?
Yep.
That put Asa on the map. We all know that. Yep. But look at how it starts off, like boom, down, tickety boom, down, tickety boom. So it's easy for a DJ to mix. Yeah. And all of a sudden, you hear it build. What we're known for, the gong show, right?
Yeah.
That is how you have to make. You can't make the music with beginning, middle, and end to the whole song.
True.
Nobody wants to watch a movie like that. You have to build the song, either as a vocal, Give the DJs. You can't just start talking and thinking everything right away. You can't do anything like that because then it becomes one monotonous thing. It's not attractive to the people, right? Trinis have learned to take the bouillon, the jab. They fuse it all together and they'll sit there and take their time and they'll wait and they'll get that, you know. And another thing, not to take more time, but you see like Mato, what they can do also for the people. Mato will do a rhythm, but he'll try to make sure one of the local artists, okay, put Marshall on it, put Patrice on it, put this one on it. But he'll try to make sure there's a local artist to give them some exposure on that big rhythm.
Yes.
So when we do a rhythm that captures people, we have to, if we give it out, you know, like, I don't want to bring Dada into this. Dada's done a lot of great stuff. But if there's a way, and I don't know the politics there, Dada does stuff and it came out wicked. He does a rhythm, slide a local artist that may work on it into the rhythm, give some exposure. Things like that. Now, I'm not calling Dada out. He's a good guy. I'm giving an example because one of his, you know, a few of his things got big. So that's an example of marketing and how you can make, you know, that's how you get your local talent out there. You got to take your time. Just because you make something doesn't mean everybody has to like it.
That is
it has
true.
to be pleasing to the people, and you got to take constructive criticism.
Yeah, essentially, it's a business, right? They don't. A lot of people get into singing. Oh, I love singing. I you know, it comes intrinsically. I didn't have to work for this, but they don't know the business aspect of the music business.
Here's the problem too. Here you hit the nail on the head too, because when we used to do it, and you said don't go back, but this is where you have to go back.
Yeah. We
used to carry all this equipment. Everything costs money. If you want to go in a studio and record, the money you spend, so you better be good. But now, we open a laptop.
Good to go.
Right? I have a tune. So everybody have a tune.
Nothing to work
so there's, I don't want to say that there's no thought involved because there are a lot of skills out there. But the thought you have to talk was, okay, I really have to come good because this is business now because I don't want to be wasting my money. So that's why back then when you heard a song, it would last so long because I'm spending money on this. Yeah. But now we're just, like, I can't tell you my emails are flooded with songs and artists. I can't even afford, like, I don't even know half these people. I don't have time to listen to it. But it's just, you know, I had to like block out some DJ pools because there's just too much stuff coming out.
Like Neil, to your point, right? If you go back and you listen to, you know, old CK songs, right? These are the songs we remember. We remember rap and, you know, all the old RSB and effects, all these, you know, I mean, we remember Clockers and Bushtown. We remember these songs. And, you know, somebody has to tell you, you know, name every song on, you know, the last, or that came out, or the last, or name 5 Booyah songs that came out this year.
Exactly.
It might be a struggle.
Yeah. But then I can name you.
I don't want to say that, but
we can name 5 songs off of CK's album, the bandwagon chain, because that whole album was just crazy, right?
Yeah. Or Triple K,
the Medvey album, or Triple K. There's just, you could just name, because, you know, and I don't know what it is. I don't want to call out anybody. I don't know. I don't want to say they're not giving it the extra time to cook. Like you can't rush a meal. I don't know. I don't want to say that. But it's compared to then and now, and you can't sit there complaining, but people don't like it. Right. Give something they like. If they don't like it, ask why. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me go back, and don't take it a negative way. You know what you're doing. Take that in a way to boost it forward. Ask a question. Don't just hold on. Do this. You don't like my thing. You can't be like that. You have to. We do our parties. We ask, you know, did you enjoy it? Nah, that was nonsense. Do that again. Okay, no problem. We don't hang up our shoes. We come back and we do it again better.
Yeah.
Right.
Master your craft.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. You got to humble yourself, take in the criticism, everything. Yeah. Right.
Mm.
But you made a point earlier, Neil, about the spacing in the music, and I remember DJ Alfie telling Skinny, and this is like 96, 97, around those times. Boss, give us some space in the bouillon, man. But every time we come in, your voice from the top to the end of this song. And now you're saying that it's like, yeah, you are right. Come on,
Think of
I'm playing those
any
songs in
song.
my head. It has space.
Think of any song
Yeah,
that has gone
yeah.
long and people like, and prove me wrong. I'll do a YouTube channel. Prove me wrong.
Yeah. No, you're
Right?
right. I even had to put
Like
myself in a
I,
position of me
I used
playing
to,
music, and it's the same
Yeah.
thing.
I had to play Mozart music in school, like classical. So I listened to every genre of music. You guys
Right.
know I listened to rock, ska, new wave stuff from it, like stuff you wouldn't even like. You're like, what is that?
Right.
Because it's how I grew up in Toronto. I was in, like Steve said, I was in these clubs and this stuff. The English beat, the Cult, the Cure, all these bands. You're like, who? It's like I was
Mhm.
playing that, and then I was mixing up Stand by Me. All
Right.
those old classics on a house beat without Bob Marley, and then we're doing this, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like every one of those songs touches you. Why? Look at how the song is constructed.
Yeah.
Beginning, intro, climax, end. Right?
Yeah.
Not ah.
Yeah. We don't even get bridge in music. Like you remember, so even Soca Calypso had a bridge. No more bridge
Breaks.
in music. Yeah, breaks.
Break,
None of that
just
no
like
more.
the break dancing came from the
Yeah.
breaks in the song.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, the break.
Yep.
Every think of any reggae song. Think of anything. Imagine if reggae started off with just a whole heap of. Look at a
Yeah.
lot of the new
Sure.
dancehall. I'm not even gonna get started on that. I guess think of why it's not appealing. Okay, think about a lot of it why it's not appealing.
Yeah.
Forget all the blackness and everything. It's just like what's happening here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's just it's
This is why I'm saying you guys need to teach this stuff to people.
well, people have to they want to have to learn it too.
To learn.
They
Like
have to wanna
Alice
learn it.
Turpy, we learn a lot from Blackberry.
Yeah.
Steve took a lot of time with us. Neil took a lot of time with us too, and
Yeah.
even Ben, Big Ben, right?
Mhm.
So
Right, yeah.
yeah, you're right. It's who wanna listen.
Yeah.
Well,
You can't mentor
Yeah.
someone that doesn't want to be mentored.
facts.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
and this
no.
one of the parts that's missing in this, I mean, besides the music, is the business part of it. I think you guys touched on that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, it's a business at the end of the day.
Yep.
You know, anything that you do as a hobby, I mean, we do it for the love of the music, but at the end of the day, you know, we had equipment to buy and,
Right.
you know, music to buy. We had to put gas in our car to get from
Mhm.
one place to another, right?
Mhm.
You know, so I think we've always tried as well to teach people the business aspect of it, you know, because that's where you have longevity in this. You know, if you don't play your cards right, you know, you're off the table pretty quickly.
Facts.
Yep. Yep.
Facts.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
throughout this years, you guys been around. It's not just a sound crew anymore. You guys actually have your own events. Like you mentioned, Identity. You guys do. I know you guys do New York and Miami every year.
Yeah,
Everything.
Miami. Yeah, Miami kind of like take a thing. We'd play. We used to play with oh my gosh, Riverland, Mass. I want to say Island,
Yeah.
Riverland, Mass.
All right.
So we would DJ on the truck for them. You know, and she would team up with Giselle Wassey one. It was always the last truck.
That's
That was a hot truck near the end, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of just taking a step back from it, just getting older, just that whole getting up and off the truck. I mean, 3
Yeah, you
sets
don't
a
walk
night,
out.
and I'm like, I'm done. But like New York is something we like to like the Friday night with foreign base, the boat ride.
Right.
Love that, right? And then like the Sunday, well, I got to talk to Steve West, see what's going on with that. That's a big one. You know, the one in Mount Vernon.
Right. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
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 And then like Caravana, you know.
COVID kind of put some brakes on us.
Yeah.
In terms of
A
events.
lot of us. All of us.
But Caravana this year, we definitely back.
All
Yeah.
right.
So now we'll be getting that call.
Yeah.
All right. Same location.
Same spot.
Location.
Okay, so
Spot
you guys
30
gotta
locked.
include me.
Spot's already locked.
All right. What? I used to know this address like that because I always had a is it 1700 Nugget? 1700 Nugget Avenue. So Caravana Sunday, you just heard it. So, so the only thing that's not in play, it's Labor Day Sunday, pretty much.
Well,
sorry, I'm looking at the comments too. Nigel Court, all these people. I'm just reading.
Yeah.
Labor Day is definitely it's coming. So the guys that we work with, here, we've been talking. So we want to come back in a big way. So look out for that.
You guys heard it.
Yeah.
It's been what 2-3 years, man.
Yeah.
A good while.
I know this Caravana Sunday is going to be it's going to be a different energy. People, we missed 2 years, so it's going to be, and we want to do something, definitely to unite everybody. We want to bring, all the guys in. I haven't called anybody yet, but definitely Island Therapy is on there. I need to call Bert, Big Ben.
Yeah.
We got to make sure
We
that
gotta finish
the whole family's together.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
People like it. People like the collaboration. They like the smiles. It's never been a battle, It's not a mission. Sorry, it's a mission, not a competition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they feel like I was looking at the comment that Ralph put there. Like, I really appreciate that, Mr.
You want me to read it out to you
again?
You can put it back up because that was and that's coming from an artist producer. Okay, so that's
Nika, can we see that comment?
If you can
from Derek Rapides.
Yeah.
There we go. What is it?
I was reading it as well.
Yeah. I remember we brought up CK like a few times, like back in the days too. So we know them guys. We know that they know the struggle.
We were actually the first people to bring them to Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are the first to bring WCK up.
Yeah. And they know the struggles. We know the struggles, right?
Yeah.
They look at the things like you remember things from Ross saying, is it fio that make the booyah? You know what I mean? Like that those little things like get lost. Like you remember things like certain artists had ways of doing things or saying things. Like now it's just everybody's an artist, but nobody has. I don't want to call it a gimmick, but Ra always had something, and he just said, "Boy, like his kicks," but. He's right, you know what I mean? We don't have that feel self, right?
Yeah.
I'll never forget.
Accordion for those who don't know feel is.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I don't know where we got that name feel.
But you see how it stick. Just like our partner go get something. Hey, come play football. Who's that? You have blue shirt? Babs, his name is Blue Shirt, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is, right? It's not going anywhere. You have it for life. It's staying just like that. You know what I mean? So.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Wow, so much foundation, so much history, so much wealth of knowledge.
All signed.
Yeah.
All signed. That's the first. The original album.
I have a whole bunch of. I don't have that one, but actually I have from 95 to 1999 all signed. Like one by Ra, one by Cornell, one by
so
they
did a lot. They did a lot.
Definitely did a lot.
Yeah, they did a lot.
Definitely did.
I mean, there's other bands, yes, but these guys are just the close to us. Like to me, they were like one of the first ones, and because I know the family and the whole, they did a lot. There's a lot that happened there with us and them. So Balance Bati still like if you go anywhere in the world and they hear Booyah, CK, Balance Bati, like DJs that are non-Dominican, you know what I mean? It's CK, Balance Bati.
Yeah.
I'm non-Dominican, and I am non-Dominican, and that was the first and the only song that, well, not only, but foundation for me, because when I met, I was going to call him by his real name. When I met Navi, I was introduced to Booyah. I was 15. I was 15, and I was introduced to Booyah.
And for a segment of Prove Me Wrong, how does the song start? Simple. It builds
And
and
it builds
explodes,
up.
That's
right?
And it
right.
actually,
Prove me wrong.
breaks down smack down in the middle and builds right
Prove
back
me
up.
wrong. Exactly.
Right.
And its song is still a staple song.
Fact.
The song's not going any. That song is
No.
from, oh my gosh.
No.
You know,
it's classic.
for 25 years, that song's, I can't even remember the date of that song. I know it's 90 somewhere. Like it's just
95.
It-
It came out in
It is
95.
95.
We're
Yeah.
all aging
Yeah.
ourselves right now. Like,
Yeah,
I remember going down to DA and in 95, and I'm hearing these other songs like Too Show, Too Flam and all this, all these other songs, right?
Yeah.
And I heard Balance Batty, I was like, yo, that's a nice song, But in
It
my
hit you.
mind, I did not know it was WCK. In my mind, this is like, I don't know, something from Barbados or something, right? Because it's Booyah, but it was different from all the other Booyah. That, you know what I mean?
They had
And-
something different about it. It was just different. And
Yeah.
it held you.
Yep.
It held you. People have remixed it. I'm not gonna get into that. I know
It's
Raz
remixed.
watching. We're not gonna talk about that. People have
That song been
remixed
remixed
it,
like that song been remixed at least four or five times.
and why? And why?
Because it's a big
great
tune.
song.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
You know.
So man, this is some you know what? Like, I wish I could sit down here for another hour.
for the two shy guys that don't say much, we've had almost an hour of conversation.
Yeah.
Oh geez, I didn't realize that.
And the funny thing about it, I haven't even gotten to any of my questions like that.
Oh,
I have
sorry.
written down. No, that's
Yeah.
good. That is
Yeah.
good. You made our job very easy, and there's so much more information we can get from you guys. So
Yeah.
this is
Sharing
this
is caring, man.
of course, and that's one thing I could say about you guys, man. Like, obviously there's other DJs from Dominica up here that came before you guys, but where I stand, Blackberry is what Islands Therapy come from. That's what I see. That's you guys opened that door for us, right? So all my respect, all my heart, everything. And I've been a fan from day one. You know what I mean? I've been
Appreciate
Appreciate that. Yeah.
yeah, I've
yeah.
even been on stage when I wasn't supposed to be on stage with Kim Pusu, you guys. So.
at
Yeah,
top
yeah.
on Shepherd there.
Yes, David Shepherd at
Shepherd Station.
Progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, in those places. So
At
it's
Sandals.
Sandals, that was it.
Sandals.
I'm trying to remember. It changed names so many times. I was trying to remember what
Yes.
Sandals.
Mark
We had to
and
climb
Shepherd.
up in the DJ. We had to climb upstairs in the DJ booth, and you guys were on stage. in front.
Yeah.
But as we say that, we can't do this discussion without paying homage to some of the other guys who really played a big role in
Yeah.
Blackberry. So
Blackberry.
Bert came on from very early on.
Very early. Yep.
He started as our mic guy, our
Musical library too, man. That guy's a
this guy's
library.
brain for music.
Yeah.
I have never met anybody like him.
Yeah.
Like he has a computer for a brain in terms of music.
Bert would have a house party, right? And Bert
Right.
has a bag of cassettes, okay?
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody do this. Bert would think of a tune,
Yeah.
but a cassette, boom. I'm like, it's not even labeled. It has like a little thing. And this man would find the cassette in a bag, forward right to the song and play it. I'm just like, what's happening here?
So quick joke.
This guy's got a brain.
A quick joke. Like when we first started doing CDs, we were burning our own CDs. We used to go to this guy's house who had a burner to do it for us. I mean, and on every new CD we would create, Bert would write new tune. Right? I kid you not. But you can literally go through a folder and say, this is the one that we're looking for.
Track number 5 or something. Yes.
Yo,
Yeah.
true story.
That man,
Story.
I don't know. Bert does Bert. He has, and that's what like, I guess everybody loved about us, because everybody's just different, but together, and just put all that together and perform on stage or whatever, run behind the booth and make people enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
And then Joe would come in and out too.
Right.
Right.
So you got
Another
Ebony
little
Joe as
brain.
well. There were a lot of people in the background. We mentioned him already. Impus was always around too, helping, and
Drum machine.
Yeah, we had people. I mean, we had free security at our first parties that we put together. People like Fitz and
Nice.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Sharing
And then
is
like
caring, boy.
like other DJs too. Like I don't want to start calling like Dr. J is one of my good friends too, right? Dr. J, like the Bandit, like all these guys, Dwayne. There's just so many people like just along the way, just collaborated with us, put us on fets like the one at Markham Fairgrounds there when all the artists came.
Yeah.
Not all was it Halloween? I forget the name of it now. Oh my gosh.
No.
That was the one at Markham, not the boat ride. It was the one at Mark Sparrow was there. Flames came through. Curtis.
Yeah, that's the thing they were having every year, no?
Right. Markham, it just got too loud up there.
And actually, when the first year that we played there, that was the weekend we brought CK to Toronto.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I was able to work with those guys to get CK at that show.
Yeah.
Right.
And then from there, they made the link to go to Miami. So, you know, the collaboration, you know, has always been there. You know, trying
good to people. They're good. But Earl LaPierre, he used to have his Panty Fet. Earl plays Pan, right? So Pan T Fet. Right?
Okay. You said that, I was like, what?
Evan, right? Yeah. There's so many people out there, just everybody, and we've always worked with them just back and forth. Everybody's always been good. Like I must say the Toronto DJs are just hats off. I mean, there's always like one or two that may whatever, but on a whole, most of them I can't call it all their names. There's so many of them. You know, Enforcers or Soca Monarch, Dr. J, Playhouse, Bandit, Jester, DOC, you know, Night Rider. There's so many people out there, right? So many DJs, right? And then MCs, Dirty Daz, E-Man, SKF. The list doesn't stop, right?
Yeah.
Can't forget Presto, man. That's the man right there.
Yeah, Presto. They're my boys, Rampage. You know, you got Specs, some King Turbo. You got, oh my gosh, doesn't stop, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Man. Well, guys, this was nice. This is amazing. I hope we could do this again next season because there's a lot of information. And like I said, this question is like, you know, I would like to get to, you know, even more for like Joe and Big Ben. We didn't get to that, but you know, respect is due. You guys did give them their props, and you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna try for season 3. We'll talk about that, right?
No problem.
we tried for season 1. I don't know what happened. We couldn't make it.
It was, you know, well, it was a woman thing. Let's leave it that way.
Okay.
The laptop caught COVID.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it. Everybody blames everything on COVID, blame it on COVID.
Yeah, it was a COVID thing.
I was just about to defend myself and my women, you know.
No, you wasn't there, but you know, certain of us have certain things to do with wives, and you know, when it comes to men, when it comes to wives, you have to do what you have to do.
Women as bosses, you understand. The bosses spoke.
Yep. Raz right too. No, Raz right too with George. I almost forgot about that. George Carrington, the farm.
Oh yeah.
The whole of Toronto knows it as the farm fet.
Yeah. That jam never had a name or well, I mean the house has an address, but nobody knows the address.
No, just drive up and go away till you see cars. I just turn there and just go there. Just park and just walk into the board houses lit.
I brought this up, but up till let's say the farm was to go on this Caravana, I would still have people calling me that's been going to the farm from
where is it?
I've been going in 1990 and still ask me, yo, how you getting there again? Or what's the address? No, what's the address?
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't mention them, but there's a lot of people in Toronto on the Dominican side that, you know, really helped us as well. I mean, the Dominica Association, we used to play their boat rides every year. And some of their
galas. Yeah, their galas. They've given us awards too.
Nice.
Frances Delso. She's done a lot. There's so many names to mention. Like you said, like Raz said, we all succeed. You know, if we work together, we all succeed. So it's endless.
Yeah, I was going to mention before I forgot. You know, Kaza and Luke for the green and white. Like,
Yeah.
there are a lot of people doing things, you know, in the background, and you know, everybody that you meet along your journey can really, you know, help propel
Yeah.
where you are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, guys. So,
All right.
anybody you guys want to big up before we get out of here?
Oh man,
I
there's
know
so
you guys.
many people out there.
You
we
guys don't
start, then we're going to leave some people out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't get a big up. Why don't get a big up? Like
Yeah.
the Instagram gonna blow up and the DMs and how come you didn't big me up? It's like big up to everybody.
So everybody
Everybody who was on the
Yeah.
journey with us,
is that.
helped us along the journey, or if we helped them, big up to everybody.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah.
You know,
For sure.
it hasn't ended, so
And, you know, and definitely want to just shout out like everybody who supported us through the years. I mean, you know, we've had a very faithful following. I mean, you know, Identity has been going on for over 20 years.
Yes.
You know, people followed us from all kinds of different clubs in Scarborough, and we're still doing it. So, you know, we respect that people pay their hard-earned money. We don't charge a lot, but you know, respect same way.
That's another thing. You guys don't charge a lot. Crazy.
that was the purpose. That was the purpose
That
of
was
the
the
party,
purpose.
though, because
Yeah.
everybody just wants a little break. It's a last lap kind of thing for the
Yeah.
weekend, and it's like, yo,
Yeah,
you know.
So paying $25,
yeah,
1,700 nugget, man. Tell you.
yeah,
You save all your money for the drinks. Joe,
Yeah.
bring it.
There you go.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
part of the strategy.
Yes, sir.
Man, Nigel still has his T-shirt.
You know, I was looking for my identity shirt to wear tonight. I was like, where? I can't find it. I know it's somewhere, but I can't find it. Yeah. Yeah. Look at this, man. I have to turn around.
Oh yeah, and big up Twice Clothing.
For sure.
Guys.
Yes.
Twice Clothing for all the T-shirts, you know, over the years. Where is it? You know,
Right.
Twice. So yeah,
Definitely
Look
one
at
of the
this.
people who has supported us through time.
So
Yeah.
how does one find out how to get on one of these identity parties? Like, how do they find you to find one of these top secret parties that you guys do?
it's not top secret. Just follow us on Instagram and you'll see when it comes. It'll be there on Facebook too. My Facebook is it'll have it too. Steve doesn't have Facebook. I have, but we're both on Instagram.
Okay.
So, you know, when we're ready to post it, it's Caravana Sunday.
Yeah.
There may be other stuff happening around that time. You'll see it on our Instagram.
And you'll hear Island Therapy talking a lot about it between
Yes.
now and then.
That too.
And we have a dissect page now. We will definitely post it on
It will
Dissect.
definitely.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Appreciated.
Oh yeah. The Dissect Islands Therapy, same family, you know. So
Right.
yeah, the information will definitely be there.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All
Thanks
right.
again, guys.
Thank you very much for the
Appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate you guys coming, man.
All right.
Giving us your time, definitely. So I'll talk to you guys soon, though.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Cool.
Take
Thank
care.
Yes. That was the Blackberry Sound Crew, legends in the musical field out here in the Toronto area, and not just Toronto. You heard it, man. Mash up Miami. Dominica, New York, like just all over. Not afraid to share the knowledge with any of these guys. You know what I mean? And the other two guys that we have to thank the man Ajmal, Skyo Peters, for giving us his blessings as well. Nice interview with him, and I'm pretty sure you'll see him next season.
Hmm.
So hope you guys enjoyed the show, man. Hope you wait for the video for next week guest. I hope next week guest is you know what? Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys, man. It's been Dissect, TDN TV, Islands Therapy. Peace.